Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Let's Talk Lenawee, and today we're back at Michigan International Speedway, but we're not talking about NASCAR this time. We're talking about Nite Lites that's coming up next week, a drive-through Christmas light show all around the Speedway here, and we have with us today John Spink. He's the creator, the mastermind, the everything behind Nite Lites, and we're going to hop on to the Nite Lites Express and talk to you a little bit about the event this year. John, thanks for having us.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, guys, so we're aboard the Nite Lites Express officially, and obviously we're here during the day, so you're not going to be able to get the full effect of all the displays and the light show, but we're going to leave it up to you to come back at night. We're still going to talk about and show you kind of the property a little bit. John, tell us, let's start with the dates that Nite Lites runs this year.
Actually, we opened this year November 17th. 5:30 to 9. Sunday through Thursday, that's the time, 5:30 to 9. And Friday and Saturdays will be open from 5:30 to 10. And this year, we're actually going to run a week later, which is going to be January 7th, 2024. We decided to do that because, as you know, the kids don't go back to school to what, the 8th this year? So we decided just to continue another week.
So lots of opportunity to get out here this year. I like that. John, tell us the price to get into Nite Lites. It's pretty affordable if you have a full pack of car people.
Yes, actually, as you said, we're riding the train. So there's one way that you can go through the show. You drive in just like you would if you're going to go to the drive-through. There's a parking lot before the ticket booth where you park to go on the train. The train rides are $15 per person.
Okay.
And it's a bench seating that you sit in. And the bench will hold 4 people. Mm-hmm. So if you want to make sure you're together, you can do it in sequences of 4.
Okay.
Otherwise, you may have a chance you get to meet somebody. Mm-hmm. And so that's the train ride.
Okay.
The other option is you drive through your car, and it's based $35 per car. Doesn't matter which night you come. Mm-hmm. And doesn't matter how many's in the car. Right. A car is considered a car if it's a van, if it's a pickup, if it's a regular car. So it doesn't matter that it's a big van or anything. We consider that a car. So it's the same price.
Yeah. All right. So you have your whole family in there.
The only thing that will be different, we do allow motorhomes. Mm-hmm. And school buses. That's a higher price of, I believe it's $50 per vehicle. Okay. For school buses or motorhomes or like that. Mm-hmm. And we actually get charter buses, and that's at a different level. Yeah. And there will be a few of them coming this year. So yeah, it's really affordable, and then we have a radio station that you turn to, mm-hmm. and you'll see the signage for that, what FM station to turn through. It's 106.9 FM. Okay. And they play Christmas music through the show, and it's roughly 5.5 miles of Christmas lights. Once you get off US 12, different themes as you go through the show. Mm-hmm. There's Santa Claus, there's race cars, there's dinosaurs, and mm-hmm. there's, I believe, reindeer bowling, and different themes as you go through the show. And then at the end is the real true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah. And each year you switch up the display. So even though you came last year, the year before, I mean, you're going to see something new.
Yes. We actually never quit here. After we tear down, which takes a couple months to tear down, mm-hmm. 3 months or so to set up, we think about what we want to change and what we want to add. So we build all our displays that you see here. Mm-hmm. So we've added more this year, and this year we actually changed the route. And you'll see more displays off Brooklyn Road than you ever did before. Mm-hmm. But the layout's different. Some of the areas may be in the same place, like the manger scene, we always put that at the end. So that's always going to be there. But different parts of the show are switched around and moved around. So because there's a lot to see here, and sometimes you don't realize that you missed it, and you see it the next year.
Right. That's why, I mean, I like to come a couple times a year, because I do feel like one year I like to look on this side of the car, and then the other time look on the other side of the car, because there's just so much to look at, to your point.
Right. It's a big area out here, so.
Yeah, it's awesome. So let's talk about setup and a little bit behind the scenes things that people maybe don't hear about all the time. You guys start like the week right after the race in August. So,
yeah, actually we started as soon as we could get into certain areas here at the track because, you know, they still have activities going on and cleanup. So we started that next week after the NASCAR race, and we've been here every day doing different areas and setting up the scenes and running the power and fixing displays and fixing the lights, because we use a different lighting system here than any other of the light shows. Most of them use light bulbs and that kind of thing. We actually use something called rope lighting, and that is more of a detailed, when you have a display you can see what it is more clear, and sometimes it's more of a challenge if you get a light go out, because it goes out in 24 sections. Yeah. So that's kind of challenging once in a while, but yeah, it's basically a year-round project.
Yeah, crazy. And I think I read before there's over 1 million lights.
There's probably more than that. It's really hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot of lights here.
Yeah.
Every display you see has a bulb every inch. As you come into the show, there's trail lighting on each side of your car. Well, that's 5.5 miles on the right, 5.5 miles on the left of your car. So there's 11 miles of lights, and those are spaced 6 inches apart. So, you know, there's 10, 15,000 bulbs there. And yeah, there's definitely more than 1 million, but like you say, it's hard to tell.
You don't count each one of them?
No.
What? No, yeah, plenty of lights to see, lots of colors. We're getting close now to pit road, where we were talking a little bit about
actually the area that we're going through now, as you see the swans, that's part of the 12 Days of Christmas song. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces that go with that.
And then pit road, we'll talk about it when we get there. But new up on the stands, we were talking about the new big spotlights. So you can actually see the stands this year. Yeah,
actually we had a company come in, a lighting company, and they built us these red and green LED floodlights, and they built them special just for this project. And they shoot up on the grandstand with red and green, and I was quite surprised how bright they were.
Yeah, that's exciting. That'll be cool to see. Yeah, so your radio station too, I wanted to talk a little bit about that music. I think that's a really unique
that adds to the effect that going through the show, yes. Yeah,
because you're listening to music, they're really dancing along. I mean, it all plays on each other. It all
fits together, right? Yep.
Cool. When you're on the train, how's that experience different than riding in your car? I mean, you're more immersed in the displays.
Yeah, the train ride is, especially for the driver. He doesn't have to worry, where do I turn, where do I go, do I have to watch the car in front? You can just sit in the train, enjoy the ride. It is an open air train, so bring blankets, dress warm, because it's about a 45 to 50 minute ride, because you're going the same route as the cars do.
Okay.
So, and you're more relaxed, I guess, than if you were actually driving the car. So
yeah, sit back and enjoy it, right?
Exactly. Right.
So, and this is the second year for the train.
This is the second year for the train. And the train ride. You need to go online to our website, nitelightshow.com, and buy the ticket online, because you won't be able to buy a ticket after you get here.
Okay.
Everything's done online. That way, you know that you've got a seat, and you know you have a time, and you're all set to go.
For the train, but if you were in your car, you can.
You can do either way.
Ahead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do either way. You don't have to buy a ticket online, but if you want to, you can. So if you want to buy a ticket and then give it to somebody, you just print it off online and bring it, and they'll scan it at the ticket booth. Or you can just pay at the ticket booth, cash, credit card, either one.
John, do you guys still have the display where you had a children's contest and they created a design?
We still have the displays from the kids' contest. We don't have the contest anymore because we don't do Santa Claus in the inside event.
Oh, that's right.
Because we stopped that when COVID came, and we didn't go back to that. We thought we'd go a different direction and try the train ride. But no, we don't have that contest, but we still did keep the kids' displays, and they're still in the show.
Awesome. I think that was a really special part. I forgot about that being part of Santa's workshop.
It was, yes. it gave us some neat ideas that the kids thought of, and so we picked the winner, and then we'd build that display. So that was neat.
So the engineering for these displays, I mean, how does that work?
We actually just created them there in my shop. We draw them up, and then we put it on plastic with a marker, draw them out, and then we bend the steel to the lines.
Wow.
And then you use 1-inch tubing for a frame, and then you attach the rope lighting with zip ties, and then you get the color of rope that you want for the color of the display. And then if you want movement with them, you just create, if you want it to wave, you just create 2 or 3 different hands, and then you program a controller off of the computer.
So they can move.
Yeah, so it turns the lights on in the sequence that you want.
That's fun. That's awesome. That's a lot of engineering, way over my head, but
It's
I
simple.
like to hear those things. I think other people appreciate it too, just to know how much work you guys put into this display. Like, this does not happen a couple weeks before.
Right. Then everything we store everything in trailers. So, yeah.
Awesome. So when people get here, there's a couple different entrances you can use based on where you're coming in from, right? And then you have a couple lanes of traffic so that you can kind of choose either a faster pace or a slower pace coming through, right?
Right. Actually, the trail is wide enough so you can have 2 lanes of traffic. That way, if someone's going too slow, and they slow down, there is areas, practically the whole show, you can pass them. And when you come to the show on US 12, there's 2 entrances. One is Gate 8, and the other one is Graves Farm. The way we set that up for east and westbound, that everybody can turn right. You don't have to make a left turn, you turn right. Don't worry about missing anything, because if you take the Graves, it will take you through the tunnel under US 12, and then we've got it so everybody merges on the other side of the road, and nothing starts until the traffic meets.
Okay. So this really helps with traffic flow.
Yes.
I know the first couple of years, maybe some people got scared to come out certain times, but you haven't had that problem much.
No,
years,
no,
right?
not since of course it was busy there in 2020 with COVID because everything was shut down. But other than that, no, it flows
Flows good.
Flows good.
You can come up and basically get right in and go at your own pace, so it makes for a great experience. So we're on pit road now. Let's talk about the theme you guys did down here, which obviously you did.
Well, pit road.
Related, right?
Pit road is known for NASCAR. So you will see the cars lined up on the right and the left. We have before you get to them, there's a 250-foot computer tunnel that can change 70,000 different colors, and
Wow.
That's all programmed to do different animation as you go through it. Something different.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. So we kind of just talk a little bit about the route. You drive over the track, you come down pit road, and then you weave through campgrounds, right?
Yeah, actually, as you come through off US 12, you're going to come through the Graves Farm, like we said, or you're going to come through Gate 8, and you're going to come in through up by the, we call it the ticket booth or the guard shack that you'd see there. You go by administration, you go into Lot 10, which is another camping that they use during Faster Horses and NASCAR. And then you come up in the back of the grandstands, come back by administration, past turn 1, then you go into the infield, you cross the track, and then you come down pit road, and then you're going to go through the infield, exit over the M50 crossover, and then you're going to turn left and go up through the Apex campground.
Okay.
And then you're going to go up through the Fan Plaza and exit over by the tunnels that go under the track, and you exit out on Brooklyn Road.
All right. So you're like all around property, which is awesome to be here too, because you get to see some spots and drive down in areas you don't typically get to.
Yeah, you get to drive down Pit Road.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, okay, John, anything else new this year that we should know, or anything you want to let people know?
We actually built some dinosaurs for the kids, some raptors. We built Santa Claus naughty and nice list, a snowman roasting marshmallows by a campfire. We created the bigger snowflake tunnel, and I think we built another 75-foot computer tunnel. everybody likes tunnels, so.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
perfect for pictures and
Yep, that's a
social media
win-win.
moments, right?
So, no, everything's different.
Awesome. And tomorrow you kick things off just briefly. I mean, the whole display is open to the public, but you have your 5K.
Yep, the 5K Fun Run Walk is tomorrow. It starts at 6 o'clock. You can actually just walk up Saturday night if you want to and join the run.
All right. So next Friday, guys, get out here to MIS, check Nite Lites out. John, thanks for letting us
thanks for
ride
being
the
here.
train and getting a little sneak peek. But again, you guys have to come out at nighttime so you can get the full effect. But this is what you'll see all lit up at the Speedway. A really unique thing. I think it's Michigan's largest light display, is it?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Michigan's largest light display right here in Southeast Michigan, guys. So check out nitelightshow.com if you want to purchase tickets before. Look at pricing, look at the dates again. All of that will be in there. We'll also include it down in the description. If you're coming from out of town and you need a place to stay overnight, want to check out more in Lenawee County, be sure to go to visit lenawee.com and check out your lodging options and other things to do. But have a good holiday season, John, and
we'll be here.
You'll get some sleep January 8th, right?
That's right.
All right. Thanks, guys.